always the dank.
Oh, is it time for episode 1 of Tapping In?
Tapping In is happening.
Oh, for those of you that
right.
don't know, HypeNaysh News, this is episode 1 of Tapping In, where we're going to be tapping in with the local influencers on social media, all about streetwear, and we're going to be going over some of the best collabs, best cops, overall, how they go through their actual copying methods, and a lot of great values, so make sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a good thing. Get to be able to see the life behind the resellers.
Yeah, we'll be able
collectors, just different people. Try and get the bigger reach out, see who wants to talk about it.
Yeah. And more or less just kind of actually understand the networking that goes behind just
how it works.
Actual streetwear influencing,
How you get that product, where are you living? Is it easier where you're living? Do you have connections where you're living, or do you use like network connections over the internet?
Yeah.
Bunch of different things.
Yeah, there's so many avenues.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about all it very soon, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. Episode 1, Tapping In.
Episode 1.
LA Supreme Seller.
That's right.
Hello.
I can hear it. There you go.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Yep. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it was probably like some network issue.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. But at least we're on here, man. Dude, thanks for coming on to the podcast. This is our first ever kind of what we just called tapping in. Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for inviting me, guys.
Of course,
dude.
Man.
Yeah, no problem, bro. How long have you been into the sort of streetwear kind of reseller community? You have over about 5,000 followers on your Instagram at LA_Supreme Seller.
Yeah. So well, I was in the game around fall winter 14. But my cousin made my account last year on the Scarface drop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So you've only been on social media for about a year, but you've been doing it for about, 4 or 5 years, you'd say?
Yeah, almost 4 years. It's 4 years.
It's a long time.
Right, dude, that's crazy. Time flies, though, to be honest.
Some shit it's because I didn't see the potential in Instagram selling, because I thought I was just more like a direct person. I just meet you up and that's it. Yeah. But then my little cousin, he was 15, 16. He's like, dude, there's so much marketing potential on Instagram. You could sell your stuff within minutes, if anything. I'm like, that's crazy.
So when you were first starting out, you were more or less only LA specific meetups. You only met up in LA.
Yeah. So basically, what I would do, I would post some stuff on eBay, but yeah, the majority of my sales used to be directly. I would have awesome. What I usually do is just, have, be a good business person, have a one-on-one, genuine relationship with your clients, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about customer service, especially.
It's a great way to organically grow your name.
Yeah, exactly. That's, I think that's the best way to do it. Always build a genuine relationship with people.
Yeah.
That's how, it's, you go far.
So do you only go with Supreme to resell with, or do you do anything else?
Well, right now, Supreme's just mainly the main one, but I do have another side business, I guess, on shoes. But that's offside. That's off the grid.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like shoes just they drop more consistently, and there's more in more items. There's more resale to be made. Specifically with shoes, there's a lot more items out of all of 2018's drop that have a higher resale than some of Supreme's average items.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So I just mainly focus on Supreme, but every now and then I'll grab a couple of shoes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's Supreme.
So,
and then a little bit of Bape.
So yeah, so that's what's crazy. There's so many people that resell Bape and make so much money off of it, but I don't understand how, because the retail price is so high. So it's
you have to
where are the margins to be made, and then you might be icing $600 on a hoodie.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that have you had good success in Bape?
Well, not that much. It's everything I would get a year ago. Mm-hmm. I'll probably get it for retail, but I'll usually just resell it for $200 above. But with the current Bape market, there's no demand for it.
Yeah, so
I don't mess with Bape.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to kind of get rid of compared to something like Supreme.
Yeah. Supreme is definitely something that kind of flies off the shelf a little bit easier. So just going back to Supreme and overall copying and accessories and stuff, would you say that being in LA gives you almost an unfair advantage to people that live, let's say, in the Midwest, like Texas or something?
Well, yeah, obviously, because the most obvious reason is because we have an LA store here.
Yeah, you have
Mhm.
the actual in-store drop.
They have a warehouse, like a discrete location, but only certain people know about it. Like my plug, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we do have the advantage over like people in the Midwest.
Okay.
And do you like establish those connections with? So, for
Yeah,
example,
I'm losing you guys again.
oh, I'm sorry. Do you establish those connections more or less with just people that you've met in the lines through specific reselling, or not even reselling, but just like waiting in lines at Supreme stores, just day in and day out every week, and you just kind of build a rapport with those people?
Like a relationship with the.
Well, I would say a little bit of both, but majority, you have to make your own standing point in the community. I would say because the majority, like the OG Supreme guys, they don't really mess around with the new people. I've seen like big pages like who only stick to their certain group and they don't like help out. So what I did was I would try to contact them, but majority of the time I wouldn't get a response. So I would usually just go in the Supreme line and see who would always cop first in line and just, you know, hang out with them a little bit more, little by little. You know, they invited me to the group, and with that, I just, you know, stood with them. But it's really hard, especially in LA, to make like yourself known.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that are out there who try to do it as well. So you really have to
there's so
kinda,
much
like,
competition.
You gotta push it, you know. If you want to do it, you really.
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
do it.
Because nowadays, even a 12-year-old could make his own Instagram page and start reselling.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But at the same token, like an Instagram page is good and all, but it's all about like the like how you were talking before about customer service. It's all about the connections you make over time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. What I do differently, especially like there's a customer in LA and he wants the item like ASAP. I wouldn't just ship one day. I'll probably go within the hour and drop it off for them.
Dang.
And then from doing that, they see like, oh yeah, this guy's like, he's not messing around.
He's legit.
Takes this shit serious.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's a service that a lot of people can't provide that everybody wants though, because fuck it might be like midday and you need this fucking t-shirt for a party. And dude, man comes in with a clutch with that on-time delivery, like dude, 30 minutes crazy. Or less, like it's Domino's.
That's awesome.
Exactly, dude. Like, I mean, I always tell them, like, listen, man, I could definitely drop it off, but you just have to pay for the gas money. That's it. That's all I ask for. I don't charge you like $100 more for having it today. I'm like, just pay my gas, bro, and I'll be more than happy to drop it off.
Wow.
How much?
That's awesome.
Yeah, how much inventory would you say you have on average?
Like this season, per se, BOGOs
right now I have like me and my friend or my partner, my cousin. We have like 50 plus items in inventory. We're just holding off. We have a bunch of like Supreme box logos from Fall Winter 17.
Yeah.
And a couple from.
And do you cop a lot of this stuff just like over time that you see if someone's trying to resell it for like a really low price and it might be a steal for you? Or are these things that you've kind of accumulated at retail price? Or
like when it dropped, did you get it all at
both. If I have the chance to cop something at retail, and then if I see somebody who's selling it for like, for way like cheaper than market, or like I would say a little bit above market, but when I know it has potential, I'm definitely gonna cop it.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking to that, what do you think about the Fall Winter 18 BOGO crew necks and how they're kind of plummeting in price? Like, and overall, like they're only the only hype colorway was that royal blue, and it's selling at about $700.
Yeah,
it's just like a lot of them are depreciating down to about $500 in value.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things.
I was 50-50. I was like, oh yeah, these are gonna sell out, but then as the day approached closer, and I was like, I don't think these are gonna sell that much. It's all basically, supply and demand. But Supreme really did increase supply on these box logo crew necks, and with that, you see how this many stitching like errors.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there was a lot of factory errors that came out. Like a lot of people have been kind of fucked with that because then people think it's counterfeit, even though you have a real Supreme crew neck.
There's a lot of people trying to say like for the.
Exactly. And then with the replicas coming out, I've been seeing they look way better than the retail, in my opinion.
Oh, the counterfeits?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, because they'll actually make a real box logo.
What the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
And Supreme's coming out here with like some of these trash ones, man. It's crazy. I've seen some very botched looking embroidery box logos.
Yeah.
It's like
it was crazy.
You're supposed to be like the pinnacle of quality
like
almost
top
for
of the top for
streetwear.
everything. Especially
Yeah.
when you're paying that much, you expect it to.
Yeah,
be
I feel like they
up to
didn't
par.
like really put in that much into effort into it. I would just say like, oh, they just did it for the money, obviously, because they know it's gonna sell out either way.
Have you been selling Supreme since the very beginning? So about 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, since fall winter 14. My first sale was actually the pink box logo crew neck.
There you go.
Really? Yeah. Dang, son, that's a good come.
So
up,
that's
too.
how I just saw like I remember the LA store would just there's a line like a couple of days, but then I had to pay extra to get top 20.
Like,
I had to
yeah.
pay like
bump your spot.
I feel like it was like $200.
Were
And
you,
at the
were
time,
you
it's
paying
crazy
people to
because
bump your
people
spot?
weren't that much.
You were just
What was that?
You were just paying people to bump your spot?
Yeah, I just pay. That's how it was before the in-store registration. Either you finesse your way inside,
or
you just pay somebody. And then I was still like a high school kid, so I didn't really know what to do.
Dang.
So I'd rather just pay somebody and then not have any issues.
That's crazy.
Pay someone
It
$200
was
to stay in line
crazy.
to make $1,000.
So, since you've been following Supreme for as long as you have, and you've kind of like seen these BOGOs and stuff come out and like the evolution of them over the last few years, what is your like take on this season compared to the last few seasons?
Well, I honestly didn't like the only Boxo color I've liked out of the two was the green crew neck. I personally didn't like the color combination they did on fall winter 17.
Yeah, they were a little funky.
It was different, but I personally didn't like it. But the only one that actually is doing really good. It's like the purple on red. That one's going for like 1,000 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I would have thought the
yeah.
Scooby-Doo colorway would have gone for the. That's the same one where
the
it was.
rust. The
rust with the
logo.
light blue box logo.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it really sells.
See,
for
a lot of people slept on it
yeah.
the day before, but when it came to the actual drop, it actually sold out.
It was
I think
one of the first
almost as close, or it was like one of the fastest ones that sold out. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man. That was
insane.
definitely one of the fastest ones to go.
Like you said, building up to it, everybody was just like, "Oh, this isn't that great. It's not that cool." And then day of it happens, and people see the European.
But I mean, yeah, the rust colorway. I always see a lot of like big influencers flexing that. Like Rax always wears that thing all the time, and a lot of people always want that colorway. And it was crazy because I feel like kind of like sleeper collabs have kind of been what's happening almost over this past drop as well. Because that whole killer collab that dropped in fall winter 18 was completely slept on, and those decks resell for so much. I would have never guessed. The actual killer collab deck would have resold.
It's because
for like
of overseas, out in China and stuff. Apparently, it was so popular.
Yeah, the killer collab was a surprise. I saw pre-orders the day before, like for $40 for the tee. I was like, okay, I'll cop a few. You know, if they break, well, it's an L. But if they don't, then I just sell. Yeah. So it was just crazy. It was just a surprise.
Yeah, right. And then what I thought was actually kind of surprising, that Marvin Gaye collab wasn't a little bit higher in resale. I mean, there's so much. Everyone was talking about the history and the overall like connection that he had with music and art, but I just don't think the younger generation understood or even cared enough to be like, all right, this is worth something.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we talked about Supreme, we talked about shoes. So, what I really want to know is, so you got that Supreme paper Nuptse for North Face for next year's drop. How did you get how did you get your hands on that? Is that something that you came into just on the streets, or did you find a steal on eBay? Like, how were you able to get your hands on that?
Like, it all goes back to customer service. So this guy hit me up asking for a legit check. He's like, "Do you do legit checks?" I'm like, "Yes, but I'm not the best." So he messages me, "Okay, bro, I have something like really stupid fired, but I'm not sure if it's real." I'm like, "Oh, sure, go ahead." And then he messages me pics of the TNF paper. I was like, "Holy shit. How did he get?" He's like, "Oh, dude, I found somebody in the warehouse, like a shipping warehouse." Wow. And he just, grabbed it. I was like, "Holy shit. Well, send me pics and let me ask a few people." And then I posted on this Facebook group called Supreme Box Logos Only. Yeah. And then everybody started freaking out. They're like, "Dude, it's 100% legit."
Because you can tell.
And they're like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
You can buy tags.
So I copped it.
You can tell.
So you copped it from him? You legit checked and just copped it from him?
Wait, what's that?
You were like legit checking, and then you were like, "Well, psych, actually, let me just cop that from you real quick."
Oh well, yeah. He asked for a legit check, and he's like, "Oh well, I'm asking this amount of money, but nobody wants to pay for it."
See,
And you know, I'm like, "Okay, listen, dude. If it's legit, I will pay the price you're asking for."
exactly.
He's like, "Well, okay, that's dope." Because he doesn't have like a huge how would I say
Following.
a big platform to put his
Oh, a
stuff.
huge
Okay,
customer
yeah,
base.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So he's like he came to me asking for a legit check, and then I told him, "Listen, dude, I would be more than happy to help you check if it's legit."
Man.
And he's like, "Listen, bro, thanks for like helping me legit check it." And he's like, "Would you be interested?" I'm like, "Of course."
Yeah.
Of course, man. It's unreleased. Of course I want it.
Right.
And then
I want to be first.
And if it doesn't come out this season like it's been rumored.
Yeah, so after I posted that pic, it went viral. All these these pages, sub community, Supreme Leaks News, and then Supreme Leaks started reposting it. And then yeah, I got like a shitload of DMs asking for purchase.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you mind saying the ballpark figure that you picked it up for?
It was 1,100.
Dang, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
And it was the full set, or was it just a jacket?
No, it was just a jacket at first.
Okay.
Dude, but what if it never releases and then you have an unreleased item that is worth even more?
No, I mean, I sold it the first day I posted the pic.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I got like 6 jackets in total.
Oh, really? He had a bunch on lock?
Yeah,
so somebody took a box for him, probably, is what happened.
No, I got it directly from the same guy. So he would text me, "Hey man, I got more.
Oh,
if you're interested,"
that's
I'm like,
crazy.
obviously.
Wow. Dude,
Damn,
so
that's
Supreme,
the plug connect right there.
dude,
What?
So Supreme must have been shipping them to themselves.
No, it's crazy because I had 1 XL, 2 mediums, 2 large, and 1 small, and then I sold one to Rice Gum, Zapateos, some guy in New York, and then
probably Joey
one in
Migraine.
Canada.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, because Joey Migraine just picked up one.
his.
Yeah. You had to have sold it to that guy or to someone that sold it to him.
Who else had it?
Yeah.
No, I think somebody else sold it to him. But
Maybe
yeah, I
T12,
currently I
his
honestly
name.
would say it. I control the TNF paper market.
Yeah.
I set the price pretty high.
And keep it like that too.
Yeah, that's something that just needs to stay up there because with people coming into the reselling game, a lot of people might want to come in and undercut. But if there's resellers that are keeping the price high where it should be,
right there.
it'll stay up there. Exactly.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Like the first day, a lot of people were like offering how much I paid, but like being the only guy in LA who actually has it in person
or
in hand,
anywhere.
I'm gonna ask for a lot of money.
Damn right, as you should.
And you could give it to them that day.
Yeah. If they came in for like a local meetup, I mean, you could easily charge like twice what you paid for it.
If you're making $3,000, I'll drive a few miles.
Yeah, right. Because it's way ahead of time that you're getting that jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I had the issue with a couple of clients. I'm like, listen, dude, I may be asking, a lot, but you rather, have the jacket now than later because you'll be flexing on everybody early, 1 year early.
Yeah, right. Like you're getting it a season in advance. Like you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't get this anywhere else locally. Like any other places are probably going to be, across the state. But, you never know if it's legit, right? But I actually have the, 100%, it was probably a sample. So I think the first one I sold was a sample, which was extra large.
Damn, that is fucking crazy, man.
It's insane.
What are the is that guy someone that works like in the shipping line that kind of has a plug like that, or is
probably just works in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does
so
that work?
Basically, my plug told me the whole story. He's like, dude, some guy from a warehouse, just like he knows him, but he's like, dude, I don't know. He's looked at the jacket, he gave it to him, and he didn't know what it was, so he just sold it to my plug for I don't know how much, but. Probably it was just crazy.
Cheap.
It was just 100% luck.
Yeah.
Damn, that's one of those things that's just like living in the city, man. Like those are the perks of being in the city.
You just see it, and you're the first one to see it. Snag it.
Yeah, dude. Just And then you guys get a lot of those sneaker hidden drops, like with the light bone for the FOG Nike Air Ones. Those released in LA for the special shock drop. Just in reference to like Do you do a lot of copying online, or are you physically like an in-store kind of person?
I prefer in store because it's 100% guarantee for me, but online it's like a 50-50.
Yeah, do you have a bot service, or do you use a bot service to cop like mass quantities?
I do, and then I also buy I would say like different IP or how would I say this? You have to
You
buy
buy like
IP,
proxies
so
and stuff?
Supreme doesn't block you.
Yeah, proxy servers.
What was that?
You buy like proxy servers and stuff from like
Oh
for
yeah,
example AIO bot and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Because I had to, learn the whole system. Because some guy said if Supreme sees you with the same IP address and they cop something multiple times, they're gonna ban you.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll ban
So
your
that's
credit
when-
card.
And then you can't even shop in store.
Yeah.
So yeah, I use the AIO Supreme bot.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
$400.
Well, what's your effectiveness with that? Because we
Yeah.
also have the AIO bot. We use that for sneakers.
Oh well, for sneakers, I don't use it. I use it for Supreme, but it's really good. For example, first week I caught like 5 Madonna tees,
Wow.
Oh damn, son.
and then it got me like 2 box logos online,
Okay.
and then I got the small one manually.
Yeah, so that thing actually like cooks pretty steady.
How many did
So
you?
yeah, it all depends on the bot, but also the tees.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because you probably buy proxies that are New York based if you can choose based on location.
Yeah. Or based
Yeah.
on luck, wherever you get them.
Yeah. Man, that's kind of
Wait,
hype,
so-
though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's great. No, but where are you guys from? New York?
No, we're actually based out of Maryland, like DC area.
Oh, so you guys are in the East.
Yeah,
East,
yeah,
okay.
we're East Coast. We're East Coast.
Now, but I would assume you guys would. Do you guys have any luck with Supreme?
Yeah, online actually. That's what we do it through. We just buy everything online.
Yeah, we're 100% online. We do all our stuff through app. We also use like a bot service or so. But I mean, if there's a hype drop, we're definitely gonna go for that in-store release.
Yeah, yeah.
We went up to the New
Yeah,
York store for the box logo release, and we went and saw the Bapehead show with Wiz Khalifa, like Kid Cudi and all them, and Lil Yachty and whatnot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I'll see. That's cool. Like what people don't understand. You also like if you want to go in store, you have to put in the effort, dude. Some people are just too lazy.
Dude, you have
100%. But also,
Yeah.
it's a little bit easier now with that in-store registration because you sign up on Tuesday, and then if you hit, you hit it like 12. So
Yeah.
you're like, I got to show up at my spot at like 12 o'clock. So it's not the same. Like for example, when you were first starting out and you'd be out in the line, like sitting there camping for like 2 or 3 days, like waiting for some box load to come out or
Yeah.
some shoe to come out.
Yeah, definitely. I remember Scarface drop. That was my one of my favorite campouts. Like it was just it was just all peace and love because everybody loves Scarface, so we all knew what to talk about.
Yep, yeah.
Is that so? Were you an avid camper? Did you camp pretty often?
Yeah, I would manage my college schedule. It was pretty hard, but me and my cousin, we would take our shifts. So nobody would, take off chairs and, jack our spots and shit. Because that's what most people did back then. They would, like, see an open chair. They would
Yeah,
just
and
throw
they'd
it
hop
away
in.
and just put theirs.
Damn. I feel like waiting for like 2 days and go take a piss and someone
That's
comes
what I
back and throws
mean.
your shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, people don't even care. They won't even back you up. Like, dude, you know what? I don't even care about you. I'm here for me. So I don't want to be involved in this. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the last thing. It's like I'm not trying to get dragged into getting kicked out. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. See, what I remember, there's a funny story. My cousin, he went to go take a shower, and I told him, dude, you have to be here in 10 minutes. And he arrived like an hour later, and he just got kicked out of the line. It was just hilarious to me.
oh my god,
Like, he was happy for like 2 days. He just got kicked out of the line. I was like, oh shit.
dude,
Not worth it.
one rub and tug in the shower too long.
Just gotta wait. Just keep waiting.
Dude, that's awesome though. So I mean, everything's been going pretty steady. Like you've definitely generated a lot of publicity from this
Dude, seriously.
Supreme Paper Nups release. Are you someone that gets something that early release very often? Like for example, I don't know if you follow like at Soul by JC or at Souls for Less, where they are constantly getting early pairs of shoes. Are you someone that can get something constantly early?
For Supreme, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to talk to my dude, like I really want everything early, but the only thing he is, it's 50-50, It has to depend if it's going to go to the warehouse. But yeah, Supreme's the only thing I could probably get early, but not shoes. Because I still need to find myself a shoe plug,
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So to anyone listening, if you guys are an LA foot plug, hit up this guy in the DMs and get this man set up.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, that's what this is used for.
Get them those warehouse discounts.
Do you do a lot of thrifting at all?
Nah, I'm just dude, to be honest, like, since I'm a college student, what I usually do is just do my stuff or do my schoolwork, and then just focus a little bit. Like, I try to put as much time as Supreme as I can, but USC's is just way too hard to manage.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do being a university student. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's always updating, so it's hard to keep up with.
And especially with like streetwear culture, like the information is like so timely based. Like if you're number one to have the first leak, like you're getting the most publicity. So being the guy to repost it at like number 10, like you're still getting a lot of publicity.
Yeah.
So it's all about like being on time and constantly monitoring. But that takes so much fucking effort, dude. Man.
Yeah.
It does. It really, dude. It's so crazy. Like, if you're not first, you're lost.
Yeah, 100. Hey. In the great words of Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last.
Not to do, like, honestly, so, like, if you want to put, like, want to be a big, like, one of these big pages, I don't know who to mention, but you want to be one of these pages, like, you have to put in the effort, man. Like, literally.
Yeah, those people are posting literally every 2 hours, and they're getting like a solid amount of engagement, and they're doing that on a fucking 24-hour schedule.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
it's a lot of work, and it's something that people need to just. There's no fast track way to becoming the best.
You can't just pay to jump up to the top.
Yeah,
exactly.
Michael Jordan didn't just walk onto the court, grab a basketball, and start throwing threes like it was nobody's fucking business. That man like put in the work.
Exactly.
What a good reference.
That's exactly what it is, though.
Yeah, it is, though.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, dude, it's only like 10% who actually got lucky, who get constant unreleased items, and that's how they grew. Like, that's how I kind of got some clout, was getting like that paper Nuptse. But yeah, besides that, it's just all hard work and timing, dude. Like, literally, the timing is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean. There's nothing more to say after that.
Yeah, exactly.
It is all about the hard work and the timing and fucking just being on point.
Just
trying to show good customer service like this man out here does.
Dude, best customer service. He drives to you.
Yeah.
Faster than your pizza deliveries nowadays.
30 minutes or less, he out here beating dominoes. He's not filling your potholes, but he's making sure that your kicks are fresh and your box logos are nice.
Those soles will be so clean you can lick them.
Yeah, this man out here dropping DS only, early pair, early stock.
Warehouse stock. Best of the best.
Yeah. Dude, we appreciate you coming on the podcast, Brian. Thank you very much, man.
Well, hey, I just want to say thank you guys for inviting me, and hopefully I could join some more podcasts in the future. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. But, dude, I mean, let's just keep shooting the shit in the DMs and stuff. Yeah, and we'll stay connected and keep plugged in, and we'll try and get you a good LA shoe plug.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, thanks for inviting me once again, man.
Yeah, brother. Man. All right, peace. All right, that's episode 1 of Tapping In, guys. That's going to wrap up this HypeNaysh new podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Go follow LA_Supreme Seller. He's getting the early stock. You heard it here first. Stay tuned.